REED-BBS, BBS, Black Birch Sugar, Bachelor's in Boxing Studies, Televisión. This is part 2, numero dos, of my little historical trip on prominent fights on July 4th. Once again, happy 4th of July, motherfuckers. Fireworks, firecrackers, barbecue, however you doing it, do it big. Happy Independence Day to you. Want to give you a little something boxing related to marinate on as you waiting for that food to get ready to eat them hot dogs. Shout out to Joey Chestnut, by the way, for defending his hot dog eating championship for, I don't know, the 37th or 47th. I don't know. Man, ate like 71 hot dogs. But anyway, before we get into fights, comment on my last video on the Jack Johnson versus James J. Jeffries fight from July 4th, 1910. We're going to get into some others right now. Please subscribe, comment. Sharing is caring. Love tap and or bitch slap that like button for your boy. But getting on into it, man, July 4th, 1919, we had Jack Dempsey. He defeated Jess Willard. In the pantheon of heavyweight greats, there's Jack Johnson, there's Jack Dempsey, there's Joe Louis, there's Rocky Marciano, there's Ali, there's Holmes, there's Tyson, Lennox Lewis, Holyfield, you know what I'm saying? Klitschko goes down the line, Wilder if you want to include him. Jack Dempsey is one of the forefathers, especially ushering boxing into the 1900s. He really made it mainstream. Right around the time a lot of immigrants were here in America of all European nationalities and whatnot. He was a part of that, and it just grew and blossomed from there. It was boxing and baseball. That's all that ruled in the early 1900s and such when Jack Dempsey fought. But yeah, he destroyed Jess Willard. Jess Willard himself ended Jack Johnson's reign. Now, this was in the days there was no standing 8 count. And what was special about Jack Dempsey, in addition to just being a very violent dude, very hard puncher with both hands, very wild, manic style, with no standing 8 count, Jack Dempsey, he would kind of find your blind side. Like he would be that dude that dipped down once he dropped you and you're getting up from the canvas. He would find your blind side and attack. Bow. And he brutalized Jess Willard with this. If you get a chance, YouTube Jack Dempsey versus Jess Willard. It's only like a 3-round fight. Ain't gonna take long. To watch it. Very brutal, especially for some old school black and white stuff. Wasn't none of the underhanded guards being held. No, Jack Dempsey attacked this man. It's one of the more violent fights of all times, even to this very day. On July 4th, 1934, the Brown Bomber, Joe Louis, made his professional debut with a first-round KO over Jack Kraken. Jack Kraken had 28 wins, 23 by KOs. Joe Louis is 0-0 and knocks this man out in the first round. Of course, Joe Louis, he became the second black heavyweight champion in history. This was well over 20 years after the days of Jack Johnson. As I stated in my previous video, Jack Johnson was so buck wild. No other blacks got shots at the title for a while. And then when Joe Louis blossomed and surfaced, he never took photographs with white women. He never talked shit. He was the anti-Jack Johnson by design. That was really the only way. He had to be packaged. Joe Louis had to be packaged in such a way to be easily digestible to get the title shots that he got, to then make his own imprint on history, which he did. He just did it in his own way. And he played the role, and I applaud him for doing that. You know, there's all sorts of levels to progress and creating social change. So shout out to Joe Louis, who debuted on July 4th, 1934. By the way, he made $52 in his pro debut, 52 whole dollars. You can't even do a damn cookout for that these days on Independence Day. But, you know, it is what it is. The final fight that's special to me happened on July 4th, 1982. It featured Aaron the Hawk Pryor versus Akio Kamita. I'm daring you, I'm double dog damn daring you If you're watching this video, YouTube that fight. Aaron Pryor versus Akio Kameda. A-K-I-O-K-A-M-E-D-A. This is Aaron Pryor at arguably his finest. He's the most combative and fan-friendly fighter to have ever lived, arguably. And this fight showcases him in all that glory. In all that glory. To define Aaron Pryor in a word, I'm going to say hungry. And no, I don't mean hungry. I don't mean hungry. Aaron Pryor was hungry. That's how he fought. He was hungry. At the time of this fight with Kameda, he was 30-0, 28 KOs, 22 consecutive knockouts. So yeah, I'm daring you to watch that fight and to watch Jack Dempsey versus Jess Willard. The Kameda fight took maybe 4 or 5 rounds, if I'm not mistaken. It was a good early back and forth fight. You won't regret watching it, nor will you regret watching the Jack Dempsey fight. So do yourself a favor this 4th of July for your boy. Check out them 2 pieces of history and then enjoy the rest of your day, man. REED-BBS. BBS. Blackbird Sugar. Bachelor's in Boxing Studies. When all is said and done, there's nothing left to say or do.